more to the point, like Seattle, have done similar moves. All right, well, are illegal immigrants about to get a potential free pass under President Obama's new police task force recommendations? And this was just sort of slipped right in there. Local and state authorities would no longer have to enforce immigration laws. Instead, that responsibility would rest solely with the Department of Homeland Security. To Arizona's Sheriff Paul Babeu, who says that is the problem. Why, Sheriff?
Well, it's a problem. These are the finishing touches to President Obama's no enforcement of the law when it comes to immigration, because the majority of law enforcement are us, local, county, state law enforcement. And of course, we're going to run into the criminals. And when they're arrested, guess what? They come to our jails. So this report actually says and recommends that the word they use is decouple the relationship with the federal agents of ICE and Homeland Security with those of us in local, county, state law enforcement, saying that we should not only work in cooperation when it comes to when we detain an illegal, or even for notifications saying to them, hey, we've got this illegal here, you may want to check them out, or the transfer of that illegal to their custody. And so it further undermines the rule of law, and it completely guts any effort to have consequences for breaking immigration law at all.
You know, Sheriff, I'm wondering if the message to you and your men and women is don't bother trying to round them up. We'll take care of them.
It is. There's a disparity. You and I and every American citizen, the law applies to us, and there's consequences. But it appears, and evidenced right here in this case, this report, that was hand-selected, all these participants, by the president after Ferguson, in an effort now to shift the focus to law enforcement and the militarization of law enforcement. And this report comes out saying that we're harming the perishable trust with law enforcement when we try to get into this area of holding illegals accountable for breaking the laws.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if it goes even further than that, Sheriff. I'm not a lawyer, but it would appear to me that if you did try to continue to act to round up illegals, you would be in violation of the law, and then you and your men and women could be held accountable, not the illegals you're trying to round up.
Well, that's the case, but it's very clear. We don't have immigration authority any longer because of the Supreme Court's action. However, this includes those illegals who are breaking state laws, who have committed burglary, theft, or any kind of other violation, DUI. They're saying here, decouple this relationship so local law enforcement will no longer, is what they're saying, notify ICE or Homeland Security that we've got these illegals who've broken state laws.
Yeah, but if they've robbed a store or, God forbid, murdered someone, that is under your purview, I would think.
It is. And those people we hold accountable by our laws. But what they're saying, when we demand that these people who are illegals, after they've committed these most violent crimes, who wouldn't agree with us that they should be shipped out of our country? Well, the president doesn't agree with us. And that's the problem here, is that we're keeping these most violent offenders. Heck, he released 30,000 of them last year alone. Almost 200 of them were convicted murderers. And this is the consequence of gutting the law, of the president taking unilateral action. It's mayhem when it comes to these issues.
Yeah, well, it was just snuck in there in this plan of his. Sheriff,
Yes.
Thank you very, very much. Good seeing you again.
Thank you, Neil.
Well, all that's been